Hey, Papper people, Grandpa Lanky here. If you want the transcript of this one, you know what you can do is you can go on to your AirSense 11, it's listening to you. It'll copy every damn thing you say. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my latest video. So this is gonna be like not even a review, a mini review, we'll call it, of the Fisher Paykel Solo nasal pillow mask. Now I did one with the nasal mask the other day. I've been trying this actually for quite a while now, and I'm trying to make some stuff work. Now here's where I'm going with this one. I really do like this. I like the Solo nasal pillows mask. I'm just having some really big problems with it, mostly with sound. It's freaking loud. So one of my favorite masks, I'm gonna say my second favorite mask. Everyone always asks my first favorite. Oh, Jocelyn, are you gonna say your first favorite now? I'm not. My second favorite mask is the Revita. Now, the reason I like it is it's mostly pretty comfortable, but it has a diffuser that does not disappoint. This is by far the quietest mask on the market. It is silent. Now listen to this if you don't believe me. This is 13 centimeters of water. And if you're a respiratory therapist, it's 13 sonometers of water. Pretty quiet, right? Now, if I take off the secret sauce here, it's a little bit louder. Listen to this. Now, I really hope that hissing sound picked up well when I removed this piece. Okay, now we have the Fisher & Paykel Solo. Let's listen to this guy. Also, 13 sonometers. I really don't know if it's picking up. The last time my audio, everyone was like, I didn't really hear much difference. It's much louder on inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation is like you can really hear the turbulence going through these exhalation ports. So the reason I'm really trying to make the Solo work, oh, excuse my Jocelyn, right now is a great time to mention the Solo deal at supplies.com. All right, I'll go ahead and do that. But don't mention the machines because the machines are never discounted. Noted. Right now, exclusively, May 1st to May 15th on cpapsupplies.com, you can use discount code LEFTYSOLO. You can get a screaming deal on the Solo mask. Now, they don't have the nasal pillow version just yet. That should be coming out in July, but they do have the other under the nose cradle available. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check out the review. Basically, it's a mask I deemed as worthy to try out. Especially with the 30-day mask guarantee at cpapsupplies.com, it makes it super easy to try the mask out. And even if you don't like it, you can certainly get something else. I'm really trying to make this work because this is my favorite, but if I put this on, you can see how my nose is buried into that material. Sometimes throughout the night, just the minor movements of breathing, it starts to irritate the tip of my nose. It's the one thing I really don't like about it. So with this, you can see the tip of my nose is not buried in there. So for that reason, I love it. The headgear, fantastic. The sound is abysmal. It is really bad. So what I got to thinking is I really started studying this material on the Fisher & Paykel Revita. Kind of like a cotton-like material. It's a little more firm, maybe asbestos, we'll probably find out. But if you look on this side, you can see it's that same material and it has these little perforated spots. So that's where the air is actually going through. So if I could take something like that and put it across the front of these that are blowing on my wife and everything else, if I could cover it up with that and silence it, wouldn't that be so much better? But I can't do that. I don't know what this material is and I don't have any. But what I do have, from the back of my eavesdropping AirSense 11, I have this filter. Now these filters, you can get them anywhere. They're super cheap. And I would certainly not advise anyone to do what I'm about to do. It's actually crazy. It actually is. I'll tell you why in a second. Now we're gonna do a little mask removal here. I'm gonna pop this top part off. Very easy to do. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave this kind of chilling. We're gonna take our AirSense 11 filter. I'm gonna put it right here in front, and I'm gonna kind of hold it a little bit there. Then I'm gonna take this frame for the headgear, and I'm gonna put it back on over on top of that. And if my sausage fingers don't disallow it, we can get it done. We did it. Okay, the only problem is, if we look here, there's some gaps here. I don't want those gaps. So I'm gonna have to hold this with my hand as I'm doing it. And I'm gonna try not to put my fingers over the actual exhalation port. So I'm just gonna be pulling it right there to hold it taut. We've already tried this in dress rehearsals. Again, 13 centimeters. Versus are you listening, Fisher and Paykel? Do you hear me? What we need is a little snap-on piece, because look, it snaps on. Look at that, it snaps on. Look at that, beautiful. This is loud without it, quiet with it. You know what? This is loud without it, quiet with it. Can we maybe fashion something, some kind of a diffuser that we can pop on there and make this silent? Now, the reason why I say don't put this in here is you're gonna have CO2 rebreathing. If you're rebreathing your CO2, you're gonna wake up with a horrid headache. You do not ever wanna block your exhalation ports. These have been tested. They make sure that all the expired CO2 that you're breathing out is being vented out appropriately. Are you breathing some back in? Absolutely, but you're getting most of it out at a safe level. You don't want to cover these holes at all with any material unless it's been tested by the manufacturer. A lot of problems with some of those statements I just made, but that's what we're going to say. Why do I think this is a good material to do that with though? I'll tell you why. So we have this thing here called a AirSense 11 CPAP machine / listening device. And this exact same filter goes right here. And then when I turn it on, it's sucking in a tremendous volume of air through it. So because of that, I'm fairly confident that it's going to allow for CO2 to be expired through those exhalation ports. But would I ever suggest that you do that? Of course not, that's crazy. Don't do that. I'm being serious. You shouldn't do that. But I really, really do want Fisher and Paykel to come out with something, some kind of diffuser for the top of this. I beg of you. This mask is a complete winner with it, and without it, it's just something that blows in my wife's face and kind of makes me self-conscious all night and kind of pisses me off because I hear it hissing and hitting stuff like my pillow, my covers, my arm. Can we make this happen? I don't know, but you know what I can make happen is a PAP therapy analysis with me at axgsleepdiagnostics.com. I can also make something else happen. I can make bottles of Mask Bright appear on your doorstep, and they will come with sprayers that suck. They're not gonna work, I can almost assure you of that. But liar! If you get a 3-pack, you have 3 opportunities to get a sprayer that actually does work, and those are odds I like better than other stuff. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a fantastic night. And seriously, if you're having problems with your CPAP usage, there's often very easy fixes that we can do at AXG Sleep Diagnostics. At this point, I would love to say thank you to the sponsor of this video, cpapsupplies.com, as well as all the YouTube members, the Patreon supporters. You guys mean the world to me. And of course, if you do none of that, I'm just really happy that you watched the video, to be quite honest with you. In fact, go ahead and watch it again. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye. Clean your stinky mask with some Mask Bright, available at Amazon. Thank you to all watching, but an extra thick thanks, buddy, to Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Sarvesh Joshi, Stuart Hetherington, Mona Swearingen, Chungtu Chen, Edward Steiner, Erin Stevenson, Deborah Permute, and Shannon Kerr, and another slightly less thick thanks, buddy, to all the other YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and other stuff.